Well, in motorsports, we've got the iconic Triple Crown. That's made up of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, of the World Endurance Championship. You've got the Monaco Grand Prix of Formula One, and you got the Indianapolis 500 for IndyCar. And that's what we're going to be delving into today. And a lot of people think that the Indy 500 is such an easy motor race, when in reality it's not. Ask any racing driver that's done the Indy 500 at least once, they'll tell you it isn't easy. You can ask Calamaro, Romain Grosjean, I mean those guys haven't done, but ask any IndyCar driver that's done the Indy 500, they'll tell you it's not easy. It's not a piece of cake, it's not just left and flat out. There are a few challenges, and that's what I'm going to be explaining to you guys today. And we can begin with the first challenge of the Indy 500. The Indy 500 is one that should be taken with extra precision. I know a lot of you are saying precision. What precision? Well, the Indy 500, if you're driving on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the oval where the 500 takes place, you need a lot of precision, because flat out oval racing at over 200 miles per hour is no joke. It is no joke. And going through a left bend at 200 plus miles an hour in an Indy car, while being precise, is not easy. And one slight movement with your steering wheel or a snap of oversteer, it's not classic F1 where you just correct the rear and it just slides a bit for you on the inside and you can continue going. No, it's not. Whereas in IndyCar, if you have one slight movement going through a left bend at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, just know that when your car snaps, you can't save it, because it can snap and then goes right towards the barriers. It happens to most people, but that's just normal physics at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Or in just other cases, if your car snaps, you can't save it because you're going straight into the barriers. Those barriers are so near you, and that's why you got to take extra care, because any slight movement with your steering wheel and you are gone. The second reason is because there's so many cars around you. I mean, if you look at the Indy 500, does it look like there are 20 cars around you? No, there are 33 cars in the Indy 500 that are taking place this year. I mean, that are driving this year. And you honestly think that it is very easy. No, it's not. Indy 500 is something that should be taken seriously, especially handling your car with care. And because if you drive like a demon or like Pastor Maldonado, well, you're going into other cars and you're going to damage your own race. So it's better to take care while passing others. Better to pass others on the straight, or just take your time, because it's a 200 lap race. No need for you to start panicking or stressing yourself out when there's still 500 miles left. And if you decide to lack patience, well, you could have some very big crashes. Example, Scott Dixon's crash 2017. I believe Mike Conway as well. There's been a lot of them. There's been several accidents at the Indy 500 because the drivers that always make mistakes. And any slight movement with another car, any slight touch, and both of your races are done for. That's just how it is. It's how Indy 500 is tough. And the third and last reason why the Indy 500 is not easy is the strategy. Yes, it's just turn left and flat out most of the time. But no, actually, you gotta plan your strategy. It's just like any motor race. You gotta have strategy. You got to plan how much time you lose in the pits, because you're changing your tires and you're adding some fuel to your car. That means it's not easy at all. And you want to make sure you don't lose too much time in the pits, because this track ain't so long. It's just, I don't even know how many miles it is, but it should be taken very, very seriously. and it's 2.5 miles. If that's correct, then I guess I'm just lucky, or I guess I just remember. But if you lose too much time in the pits, you could lose a lap or two, and which will not help your race because others could have faster pit stops than you. So it's important that you have enough fuel to get to the end, or just to get the end to the end of your stint, and get tires. And well, I think that wraps it up for today, and that's just a lowdown on some of the things that aren't easy about the Indy 500. There could be more, like the qualifying and everything else. So I think it's important that fans should know that the Indy 500 is not easy, it's very hard and should be taken seriously. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to smash the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you'll be watching the Indy 500, and make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications, and from me, Octave F1, it's goodbye.